So here we start with unit number 3. Unit 1 and 2 we had already covered in the classroom sessions. So in unit number 1 and 2 we had discussed the different types of power plants where we can generate electricity. Now in unit number 1 we go with the conventional power plants, and in unit number 2 we had gone with the non-conventional power plants. Now in this unit we will discuss, after generating the electricity, it is very much important how we are utilizing that electricity, because if we are going with the scenario, you all know that conventional power plants plays an important role for in the contribution of energy generation as compared to the non-conventional power plants, because non-conventional power plants are depend on the nature and we can't control them, and they are autonomous, and the what we can say, the reliability is very much less of non-conventional power plants. And in conventional power plants the maximum load is delivered by the thermal power plant. Now as far as thermal power plant is concerned, the raw material for thermal power plant is coal, and if we are burning the coal for producing of steam, so definitely it is contributing in pollution. So in all cases we have to concentrate on one thing, and that is energy conservation, because maximum energy, if we are energy conservation means, in short we can say, we are reducing the waste, because whenever we are using energy in many applications it is getting wasted without means whether you know that or you don't know that, but it is actually wasting in the system. So we have to reduce this waste. That is our main, what we can say, priority in this condition. So we will start with the first point, that is energy conservation in HVAC system. Might be possible that this had covered in the classroom. If already covered, that is well and good, but if not, please go through the video very carefully. So if we go with this diagram is nothing but a simple sketch how your air conditioner work. Now here air conditioner consists of many applications. We rather go with a simple example of split AC. Now every one of you had seen split AC. It has two components, indoor and outdoor. Indoor is installed inside a specific system, or we can say a room, where we have to maintain the temperature, and outdoor is installed outside. So what is the function of indoor part? It is it provides the cool air or cool breeze, right? And whenever you go with the outdoor, and if you are just put your hand in front of the fan of outdoor, you will observe one thing, and that is hot air. So this is all doing by this system. Now this is a evaporator or blower, means this is our outdoor system, and the condenser and fan means it's a indoor system. Now here we have compressor. For what we are using compressor? For circulation of air within the system. Now these 2 points are quite clear. For air circulation we require compressor, and for liquid or water circulation we require pump. Now in the next topic or so we are going to discuss about pump also. So at that time the point will make more clear. Fine. Now this is a system of air conditioning. As far as air conditions are concerned, we had discussed about the blind beliefs of air conditions, different blind beliefs, right? Air conditioner, whenever you are going to install the air conditioner, where you should install, and many points we had written. Now in this we will concentrate on the specific technical points. Whatever the points we had discussed in the classroom, that points are also important as far as the domestic level is concerned. Here some points are mentioned as far as the industry is concerned. So means as an exam point of view, you can merge all those points, no problem. Okay, so we will start with the point. So firstly, HVAC system means heating, ventilation and air conditioning, you all know. Now here HVAC system is nowadays used in both industry as well as domestic level. Or in industry as far as industry is concerned, industry is also categorized into the manufacturing companies and the commercial buildings like malls, theaters, etc. So there is a difference between the air condition we use in domestic level and on the in commercial or industrial, for industrial applications. uh, for domestic level, the total load of that air conditioner is quite low. Means if we are considering a 10 by 10 size room, uh, 1 ton AC is marginally comfortable, or we can go with 1.5 ton AC, fine. But if we go with the areas like, suppose we consider best example Prozone. So in Prozone we can't install the air conditions which we had installed at our domestic level. No, that's not the that's not a feasible solution. Why? Because the area is quite large. So if the area is quite large, you can't go with the air compressor, you have to go with the water compressor. Okay, so why we are using water compressor? Because means instead of air compressor, because air compressor has limitations of working area. They can't go, or they can't work in a big area, so we require a small area. So here we discuss one by one point. So first point is use water cooled condenser rather than air cooled condenser in large working area. So we had already discussed. Then avoid oversizing, match the connected load. Now what is happening? For there are always two costs, capital cost and running cost. So to minimize the capital cost, people do what they do. We can think, we can take an example. Just I told you that for one 10 by 10 room, 1 ton AC is marginally stable, fine. But what people used to do, they used to install a small ton AC. Why? Because the capital cost. But the most important thing is what? If you are installing a low rated or low size air condition for a specific application, so it will require more energy to perform the conditioning or air conditioning, right? Means if a 1 ton AC is able to cool the whole room within a span of half hour, so 0.75 ton AC will take more than 1 hour, and definitely for this time duration the compressor will be continuously in working. And if compressor is in working, definitely the air consumption will the electricity consumption will be more. Next point, don't assume that old way is still the best, particularly for energy intensive low temperature system. Now here, as far as the old systems are concerned, there are old air conditioners or old heating applications and everything. We know that day by day the advancement is going on, and the advancement is regarding what? Initially, whenever you go with the energy scenario or the applications, whenever we are going to purchase any application like refrigerator or air conditioning, before 15 years or 10 years there was no 3-star 5-star rated. But nowadays whenever you go to purchase something, you have to go with the concept of whether the application is 3-star or 5-star. So this 3-star and 5-star will specify that how much energy is consumed by the application for a specified time, and how much energy or how much units. Now as far as units are concerned, our electricity bill is depend on units. So whenever we consume 1 kilowatt hour, the unit will increase by 1. So the if we if you are going to purchase air conditioner, in the specification they mention how much in units it will consume over a whole day, right? Next to that, the fourth point is inspects moisture liquid indicators. Now moisture matters whenever a system is there, because moisture will increase the density of the air, fine. And if we are circulating a moisture air in the system will not work properly. as far as the heating system is concerned, moisture will definitely going to increase the energy consumption. Now here I'm using the word consumption, right? Why consumption? Because if the air is containing moisture, definitely you will require more energy to remove that moisture, and then you are making that air to heat at a certain level. So if you are going to study heating system or air conditioning system, in both the system the one thing is quite clear, and that is the transfer of heat one medium to another medium. And whenever heat transfer is concerned, so what we require, the less energy loss in the system itself. So if the system is okay, then and then only we can consume, or sorry, we can conserve maximum energy. Okay. Next point, maintain proper system boundaries. Now for the fifth point, maintain proper system boundaries. Overseeing system boundaries by controlling heating and cooling is to design spaces can improve HVAC energy efficiency by as much as 20%. Okay, the point is, you can read the point. Now I will explain. Now if you go with the centralized cooling, means if in the malls and in the industries they use centralized cooling. Now for centralized cooling they use ducts. Now if we go with the recent scenario, before the lockdown period, there is 50% cut in the working staff. So at a time, if you have an industry and you already short with the 50% staff, so you need not to cool the area, the total area. Rather, you can control the cooling to a specified zone, and this will definitely going to help you to conserve the energy. It's a normal point. Moving to the next point. The 6th point says maintain daily seasonal thermostat set point. Now thermostat, what is thermostat? If you know, that's good. But thermostat is a temperature level which we set. Whenever we use a air condition, what we do, we set the temperature at 19 degrees Celsius. That's a very foolish thing. The normal temperature of air conditioner should be from 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. Now whenever we are setting the temperature to 28 degrees Celsius, means we are adjusting our thermostat at 28 degrees Celsius. Now the air conditioner start cooling the system, or to cooling that particular area, and whenever the total area becomes at a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius, the thermostat will be tripped down. Trip down means it will stop the system, and that's the best part we can observe as far as the air conditioner or the recent trends are concerned. Because in the old time you can't go, there was no concept of thermostat. Means once you install your air conditioner, it will be running for 24/7 until you switch it off from the main plug. But right now, what is the benefit? If you have it is installed with a thermostat, you set a temperature. Once the temperature is maintained, it will go off, and again if the temperature increases, it will again turn on, and that will be the best practice to save the energy. Next point, which is not mentioned over here, we had discussed in the classroom that you can put your air conditioner on sleep mode. Sleep mode, why? Because at the night time, 2 a.m. onwards, the temperature starts decreasing. At that time we don't require the air conditioner temperature or air condition to be on the same temperature, right? That will be a feeling of cold, and it is a waste of energy. So if you are putting your air conditioner on sleep mode, what will it will do at a particular time, means suppose 2 a.m. or something, it will automatically switch off itself, and definitely you will able to conserve the energy. Fine. Next point, use automatic controls where possible. Okay, fine. It will be also a part and parcel of remote controlling system. You can control. Nowadays there are many applications or many air condition which we can control with the mobile. You already know MI mobile can control many of the air conditioners. That is a very good thing actually. Means every time you don't have to look for the remote control. You can control it from your own mobile. Recently there are Wi-Fi enabled air conditions are also there. Means in case you forgot to switch off the air conditions, you can do it from your mobile. Doesn't matter wherever you are. Okay. Next point, maintain equipment set points. Now maintenance is one of the most important thing in any scenario. You have to maintain the things. Okay. Now ensure that equipment set points are reasonable to achieve desired comfort levels. Now comfort, again, air conditions is all about comfort, and that they aren't working more than necessary. Now this is a general point. Means if you have a installed air conditioner in one room and you are not there in that room, so it is quite obvious that you will switch off the air conditioner, right? So these are the points which they had mentioned and you already know. Okay, next point, adjust and set HVAC operating for seasonal changes. Now here the point is important. Now in winter we don't require air conditioner, or we will a bit relax in the refrigeration system also. So the refrigeration system or air condition system are also with the set points or seasonal points. So in if we go with the refrigeration system, it has the intensity level, and the intensity level you can change according to the season, because if we go with the summer season, we require the cooling, the chilling of food stuff quite fast, and in winter we don't require that. Means if we have a setting of refrigerator from 1 to 5, so it may be possible in winter we will keep it at 2, and in summer we will keep it at 5. So this will definitely going to help in conservation of energy. Fine. Next, consider variable speed equipment. Now this variable speed equipments, now where we are using variable speed, wherever you require condenser, or what we can say, where we require compressor, not condenser, compressor. Compressor is a device which working on motor, because whenever we require air compressed, so we have to rotate that function which will be able to suck the air. So this sucking of air, so for that the pressure required is not same for all the time. So whenever the season changes, you have to change accordingly, and this will be held according to the variable speed drive. Now in variable speed drive, these are the motors which are using voltage as a parameter. You can consider your fan, your ceiling fan is nothing but a variable speed drive. We control the speed of your fan by the regulator, so it is also the best example of variable speed drive. And last point, schedule and maintain equipment properly. This is a common general point. Everyone knows that whenever we are purchasing something, we have to maintain those things, right? So here the points end. Hope you understand the point, friends. This is a new system, but you already are going through this from 15th of April, but still as we are having the whole theory subject, so these points are easy to understand. But still, if you are not able to understand the things, you can contact me. Okay, have a great day.